Today is the day where we're trying to dig the hole to put the giant foss tank in. I'm in charge of the dumper. You need like a step ladder to get onto, so hang on while I climb up. I'm just going to put you down. Oof! Literally. Can only just get on. But we've hit a massive boulder, which was kind of expected because there's so many of them on the farm. Right, I'm just going to go line myself up with Mitch, hang on. Basically we can't make the hole big enough at the moment, so the man that's helping us with the foss is coming out. We've just had to make a hole in our netting. Oh, I see what he's doing, he's going around to the other side. We've just had to make a hole in the garden fence because we've got this big hole in the only entrance, and we now need access from the other side to try and make the hole bigger from the other side because we've hit a big boulder inside the hole on this end. So we're trying to put soil into the ditch so that we can drive over the ditch through that hole and into the garden to try and make access from the other side. So I'm just going to see whether I'm supposed to be up there or not. No, he's coming back. Don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. He's very grumpy with me. Gonna wait here, I think. Till further instructions arrive. Where are we going? Stop! Right, I'm gonna line myself up, I think. I've just parked up for the moment. We're going to try and break the boulder with the Kango hammer, whatever it's called, Kango hammer. Heck, the thing didn't work. So the foss man's been out and we've decided to abandon positioning of the foss here because they're worried that with the big granite rock that there's just going to be more of it. So we're just tipping some gravel, which is now coming in the new entrance to the garden, and we're going to try trenching. Right, and just move all this pipe. So now we're doing the test trench. The idea is to get down to 2 meters deep, at least 2 meters deep. Before trying to make a giant hole that's 2 meters deep. Keep your fingers crossed. So it seems to be going a little better with regards to the actual hole, but once the tank is in, well, if we manage to complete the whole hole, full hole, once the actual tank is in situ, we've got to lower the land around it somehow by quite a long way. Not really sure why or how at the moment, but I'm not asking too many questions. And we're not sure how it's going to work with the well that's behind the digger. But sure, we'll make it work. We don't really have much choice. It was always going to be a worry about the land being hard or the granite being found. So we just have to hope that we can manage to make the hole big enough and then worry about repairing the landscape afterwards. Although we had managed to make the hole deep enough, the width was turning out to be a bit of a challenge. Once the micro station was eventually in, we had to fill the tank with water and pack the tank around the edges with gravel. So yesterday the actual foss went into the ground with its gravel, and then started the trench. So I think it's something like 200 metres, which this is the drain, so this is where the clean water comes out, or clean out of the foss, and then our gutters will join up to it, so the stormwater will join up to it. So the old foss was emptied, and then that will be filled in with the tiles that we've kept here and the soil. So the foss is in, and then that's the exit pipe connection just down there underneath the hose. And then it comes all the way along here, turns the corner. So as of last night I didn't have a garden to let the dogs out in, which wasn't planned, otherwise I'd have probably put them into the kennels for a couple of days. And luckily we got the grass arena that's mostly fenced in apart from the gate, so we realised this morning that we could let them in there and just guard the gate because Carla runs off. So the trench goes on and on and on. This is all the pipe. Mitch and Roxy went out at 7:10 this morning to get to the builders for 7:30. Let's get another 16 lengths of pipe. Let's make sure that we've got enough. It goes all the way down here. It went quite well until we got onto the track, where we found a couple more granite boulders. You can see where the light powder is in the piles. That's where it's had to be pecked out and shoveled out to get down to the right levels. And I think they found one more down there. So, but I think we're getting to the point now where things can start to be connected, which is exciting. Feels like we're behind schedule. Feels like Mitch is very grumpy, but then nothing new there. Let's hope it all comes together. It's actually only 10 o'clock, but it feels like lunchtime. And Portia's enjoying her salt lick and isn't at all bothered by the digger, the machines, anything. Lint was up as well. She's gone away now. So it's all good for the horses. This is how Gypsy got so desensitised. And the goats aren't bothered. Filling in the old foss and trying to break the old filter, but oh, there we go. A bit bigger than they thought. That's all. It's like a lid. There it is. That was the original filter for the old. Oh, it's like a lid with something underneath. Going in there to fill up the old bottle, I think. Lift up with the old foss. The new foss is all connected up here. That's the skanky old boat. I just have to unblock because it was backing up all the time. Of course, once the foss was completed and signed off by the technician, we assumed that the days of unblocking the pipes were over. I'm sure you can imagine how devastated we all were when, within a matter of days, we had problems with the toilet and the pipes yet again. Due to the change in location, we had struggled to get the correct fall in the pipework. So yesterday afternoon, there was another change of plan with the foss. Basically, our lovely bathroom cupboard actually provides a lot of storage, which I've now emptied, has got to come out, and the toilet has to go here. So, although we didn't plan to renovate the bathroom for a very long time, we've got to move, well, not move that toilet, get a new toilet basically, and fit it in its new position, which means we now lose a load of precious storage space in order to be able to get the right amount of fall in the pipework. Nothing is straightforward. Making your lunch? Yeah. Poor little puppet's making her own lunch because Mummy and Daddy are too busy for lunch. Not good, is it? It's in a yellow bottle on the side. So, look at the state of our life.
Who's that for?
Just generally. New toilet waiting to go in. After the new toilet and new pipe work was fitted, disaster struck again, and we were faced with blocked pipes once more. Thankfully this time it was just due to a small blockage that had been missed, and from that day forward, and I'm touching wood as I speak, we've never had to unblock the pipes since. We are now exactly 1 year on from when we put the foss in, so I just thought I'd give you a little tour to show you how the land looks now. So this is where we tried originally to put the foss. Now, in hindsight, I'm really glad that we didn't manage to do it here because it really would have been a pain here. So you can see the ground has more or less recovered, apart from the grass being dead just because it's hot this summer. This is where we had to cut a hole in the fence and fill in the ditch so that we could get access with the machines to attempt to dig out the next hole. So as you can see, this is not okay. The fence is still cut. I don't know if you can actually see on the video. You can see on this side. Fence is still cut. Hasn't been repaired, any of this side. But we did, can't see because it's so overgrown, we did scoop all of the soil out of the ditch because that was needed obviously for the storm water to run away. Next we have the area where the foss was installed, just next to the well. You can just see the green top of the foss. I don't know if you can hear. That's the micro station functioning correctly. The soil has been filled back in. The weeds have grown. Have our access caps here. Regards, as they're called in French. Another one hiding over there. And I think that there's one more over here that I have to avoid with the lawnmower normally, if I remember rightly. Yeah. Down there. So the reason this area is so messy is because I just cut around the foss and avoid all of the lids for the access points. The ground is not particularly even. It just got filled back in with machines really. It's never been levelled out. But what we've decided to do, we're going to do this as a bit of a one-day project is the plan, and we're going to weed killer all of, well, we'll weed killer before the one-day project to give it time to die. We're going to weed killer all around the access points to the septic tank, and we are going to gravel. We're going to use cobblestones to define the area, and then we're going to gravel to tidy it all up. We've been trying to think about, do we put a terrace over it? What do we do? Just makes it all complicated. We need access to it, and we haven't fully decided what we're doing with the back garden at this moment, but we do want to get it tidied up. You can see here that the ground has fully recovered where the trench got dug along to run out to the track and take the filtered water away. So that's all good. If you remember in the video, we had to trench, can't remember what we said, something like 160 metres of pipe, and came across through the garden and then all the way down here. So that's all recovered perfectly. And I was going to show you the end of the pipe, but it's too overgrown, so that's not going to work. But basically, down there, before the electric fence, the pipe comes out into the ditch with the filtered water, and then it runs all the way along this hedge line, so the ditch is on the other side of the hedge, all the way, and runs away. And a year on, the goats are still here, surveying everything that we do